It's time for the AFC Championship, and the road to a Super Bowl goes through Denver. It's the Bills and the Broncos, and it comes your way next on Madden NFL 22.
As far as home field advantages go in the playoffs, there are few places tougher on a visiting team than this one. Sold out in Power Field at Mile High in Denver. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Buffalo Bills and the Denver Broncos. Hello, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Garden. The postseason continuing here on EA Sports. And, man, it is electric in here, and it should be conference championship time.
I don't know about you, but my butterflies in my stomach, they have iron wings in this one. And every guy I've ever talked to has all said the same thing. This game, the conference championship game, may have more intensity than even the Super Bowl because you know what the stakes are. You're trying so hard to get to the big game that this is the one that's the real challenge.
This one for the right to represent the AFC in Super Bowl 56 in L.A. Off we go. This fielded right at the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by a 7-time Pro Bowl quarterback in his 10th NFL season now. That's Russell Wilson.
And we can talk all we want about football being a team game and leaning on different parts and aspects in order to get it done. And that's entirely true during the regular season. Some weeks it's the defense, the special teams, running the football. But in the playoffs, all the pressure reverts to the quarterback, and he has to play well and play at a really high level in order for his team to win.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. Wilson. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down. Here's Wilson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
And this was a nice example of the offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Wilson will throw again. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam now. They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. 14. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive. Couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. That one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a fourth down. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. These playoff games have a tendency to be tight. You have to wonder if that missed field goal could haunt him later.
Yeah, we're always looking for the key plays, right? The ones that we're going to magnify. Usually those happen in the second half or later in the game. This might be the key play of the game showing up here in the first half.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and he gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Man open, here is Crowder. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A big gain there for the Bills.
Brandon, that was a nice route that time. Lined him up on the right and worked his way all the way across the formation. One of the toughest routes to cover because you keep waiting for the ball to be thrown or for him to break something off. He goes all the way across the field, right to left for a big play.
It's first and goal. A chance for the first points of this AFC title bout. They run here with Singletary. And he'll be stacked up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Again, it'll be Singletary. And now Holy up there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Third down and goal. This Denver defense trying to hold up for one more play. From the gun, it's Allen. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bills. Gabriel Davis from 3 yards out. And the Bills are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And it's 7-0 Buffalo. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it culminates in a Bills touchdown. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, You know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Not much room to run. Just gets it to the 35 after showcasing his tough running. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
Here we go.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Gordon. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Now Gordon on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument the quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
49.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. They'll send this away into the Rocky Mountain night, and it's a good one. Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
And meanwhile, Allen's throw taken in by Diggs.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. Allen gonna throw. Going deep for Diggs. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there. It's 3rd down. Now Allen. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory.
Denver's offense ready to go again,
and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
40 yards rushing now in the opening quarter of this AFC Championship game.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago. So a 3 and out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. He'll get this one to Patrick. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now the handoff comes to Gordon. Nifty move by Gordon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. 2nd quarter about to begin from Denver. It's the Broncos in possession of the football. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Wilson on 1st down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play.
And it'll be a third and about 13.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were going to be able to get to the quarterback. Instead, they sniffed out the screen pass and made a really nice play for lost yardage.
The Broncos on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13. To throw is Wilson. That's complete. Okuebuna. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
The Broncos send out their punter now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bills going to take over again on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out and ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Bradley Chubb drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Melvin Gordon leading Denver's offense back out. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. On first down, Wilson. The ball popped into the air, intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Singletary to get the drive started. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Allen going to give this one to Singletary and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing now is Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, and ends up spilling it for a loss.
Second and 11. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. So the shotgun snap to Allen. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On first down, Singletary. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13. Here's Allen to throw it. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Randy Gregory. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. Here's Allen. And that is incomplete. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Distance was never an issue, not in this mile-high air, but it doesn't matter what elevation you're at if you don't put it on target. And this one kind of takes off on him.
Denver's offense now set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Good job right there. Good job right there. Let's go. 4 down. 4 down. Friday. Nice.
On 2nd down now, it's Gordon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And Gordon's going to be stopped short. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So make it 2 missed field goals for him now, but I have the sense, given that distance, you could probably forgive him here on this one.
Yeah, this is out of the range of just about anybody on planet Earth except probably you, partner. But you just got to drive it out low and hope that somehow you hit it absolutely perfect. But no real chance for this one to go through.
Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the 2nd quarter. From just shy of midfield, Allen works right side into the hands of the tight end Knox. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Clean the house, baby.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To the air, Allen. And Diggs has it. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd down and 8. This is a draw play. Allen gives to Singletary. And he'll be down close to the 1st down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 24. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now Allen. And he completes it to the tight end Knox. Calling a gain of a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action. 2 minutes to play. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. The kick by Bass is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
And sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Melvin Gordon now, he and the offense, they trot back out there. He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the 2nd quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone. Wonder if they may have to go to some play action, throw off the run game, and try and get the ball in the end zone.
I was just going to ask you that same thing, maybe. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Daquan Jones fighting his way home to get the sack.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
4 down, check, 14, 18. Hey, alert.
On 3rd down, Gordon. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17.
You got him.
Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead.
2nd and 10.
Allen now looks to throw.
And he'll get this underneath to Singletary.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack.
Oh, Allen cannot get away, and down he goes. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Von Miller
credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing second and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
14, 15.
So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. As always, one half remains in the battle to see who will take home that Lamar Hunt trophy and represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. But first, let's look back to the NFC Championship game held earlier today. And it is the Arizona Cardinals who are heading to the Super Bowl as they await the winner of this AFC Championship game. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Back now comes the offense. Madden spotlight time as we shine it on Josh Allen. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because, as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Allen. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Allen gonna throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, and this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised them and came on the blitz instead and had a pretty clear run to the quarterback.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fielded at the 33. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
It'll go as a gain of 4. And that'll make this a 2nd down. Here's Gordon. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Mine's 49.
Now Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he will have the Broncos first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Throwing
throwing now. Wilson on first down. Over the middle, complete to Judy. 7 yards to pick up there. From the 38, Wilson out quickly to Judy.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
To throw again is Wilson. They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think, gosh, maybe points aren't going to happen for us in this game.
Well, it's a thought that is worth having because so far in this game, this defense has not just had the upper hand. They've appeared to be a step ahead, maybe even 2 steps, to everything they've done. They've had an answer for everything this offense has thrown at them.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Throwing to start the drive. Allen working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From the 35 on 2nd down. Allen throwing the out route incomplete. It's Davis.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Allen's throw here taken in by Knox. A gain of 6 there on first. Throwing again on 2nd down. Allen, that's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Now Allen to try again after the pick 6. Finding Knox there, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the give, this is Singletary. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Singletary going to get the handoff. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Now Allen. He's got the hook up with Diggs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Vic Fangio's thought about it, and he'll indeed throw the red flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
Let's go, fellas.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
They go right back to Singletary. And he'll be down close to the first down marker as he gets this to the Broncos 28. Play action. Now it's Allen. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Bradley Chubb in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Well, they only had a yard to go. They try to pass the football. Defense blitz. Defense got there.
Yeah, I think on this one, this is probably good scouting, understanding a few tendencies, and figuring out that, hey, they may take a shot, and they dialed up the pressure and got to him.
Tyler Bass out for the Bills field goal. This from 54 yards away. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. So another long try for 3 and another kick that comes up lacking.
Yeah, this isn't going to do any wonders for his field goal percentage, but you have to figure as a head coach that when you send a guy out there to try and kick from that distance, it's a 50-50 proposition at best.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here.
104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this AFC title game.
Trailing here in the 3rd, and that run might just be the spark that this offense needs.
And don't you just get the sense that he's going around not just in the huddle, but looking over at the bench and saying, ball, give me the ball. Let me carry this thing home.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, after the loss on 1st down, they're going to walk that line and understand they don't have to rush just yet, but time is still going to be a factor in their decision-making. Call your play. Make sure everyone knows what they're doing. You have to score a touchdown here. You've got to find a way to cash in.
Here we go again.
2nd down and goal. Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Daquan Jones able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
A pretty big play now in this AFC Championship. 3rd and goal. Wilson. Outright, this one goes to Patrick. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
Come on, let's go.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. The kick by McManus is good, and that will knot us up at 10. So he exercises a few demons by getting that one to go, but tie game, so those two misses could still loom large.
They'll probably hang over him the rest of the way, you have to think. But now you get a fresh start. All even. Time for that defense to rise up and get the ball back.
Here comes Marquez Stevenson now from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Buffalo offense back out ready to go.
And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now
the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Bradley Chubb make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And this is caught off the deflection. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. So the screen good for only 2. Now it's 3rd down. To throw, it's Allen.
Now that's a defensive coordinator's nightmare right there. You're covering everyone, and the guy's not even the intended receiver ends up making the play.
Right place, right time, I guess.
When that ball's tipped up in the air like that, you've got to go up and get it. Offense and defense, and in this case, the offense ended up grabbing it.
It's fielded at the 45. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Here now a look at Melvin Gordon. After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up. Early it just seemed like there were no holes there. Now all of a sudden the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence. If they just get their assignments down, they would get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Wilson to throw. He completes this to Sutton. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Back now on offense, the Buffalo Bills.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
On the counter, this is Singletary.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Second. 11 now. Throwing now is Allen.
and is incomplete.
Well, we all know possessions are crucial in a tie game, and let's face it, I really didn't need to tell you that. You already knew it. So when he sees he's got nothing good going, an excellent decision to just send that one to the sideline.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. One quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back now to Denver. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Boom! Yeah, baby!
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 55 rushing yards, rushing for him now on 17 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Play action. Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches. On the handoff, it's Singletary. Pushes past him. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. It's another 10 yards on that one and another 1st down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's Allen to throw it. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Allen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Bills have taken the lead.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Tyler Bass now for the point after. He's got it as they go up by a total of 17-10. A 10-play drive that time. And it was Josh Allen using his legs to polish things off. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession, gigantic. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
2nd down and 5.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
114 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Gordon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Play action. It's Wilson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bills are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 37.
56. Mike, 56 right there, 56.
Throwing to start the drive. Allen. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
56 is the Mike. Mike, 56.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And Diggs has it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. On 2nd down, Singletary. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Allen now on 1st down. This one caught by Crowder. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
50.
On 2nd down now, Singletary, and he gets it down to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Allen now looks to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Another try after the 1st down sack. Allen.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
Bring it now. Let's do this. Let's give him a show.
On first down, Singletary. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Allen. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Bradley Chubb, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long. To the air, Allen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Work all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The kick by Bass is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So that's, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is Wilson.
That's out to the flat for Gordon.
And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 20. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go.
The kick by Bass is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
So Russell Wilson in the offense. Down by 13. A little under 1:50 remaining. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick.
And the Bills will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all, and it's been a long day for this crowd waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw taken in by Sutton. 7 yards, the pickup there.
And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game.
And this throw incomplete. And they finger all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, this defense has been physical all game long, and it certainly looks like they're not going to back off and make things any easier. They want to keep making life miserable for the receivers all the way to the end.
And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Again, Wilson. And this is caught. So it's a late touchdown, but maybe too late. Still a little time left on the clock, however. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
McManus now for the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. That time a 6-play drive. And it culminates in a touchdown by the Broncos. So the clock sits at 16 seconds as they line up for the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the Bills, and that should all but do it. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So, Charles, oh so close on one side to getting to that Super Bowl. Oftentimes, we just show the stage and the glitz and the glamour and the confetti. You sometimes forget about those guys going home. It's got to be tough.
It's got to be beyond tough, because finding a way to steel yourself, make that resolve to come back and do it again, because it took a lot of work just to get to this point. It's going to be a difficult offseason for them. Let's see how they bounce back.